I'm not gonna talk long because I want everybody to hear Matt talk. But before I introduce Matt, there's a few things I'd like to say. I mean, obviously this is a special day. It's an exciting day. Anytime you're in this situation, naming a new head coach. But to me, it takes on a different meaning. Obviously, I've been very fortunate. I've known Matt for a long time. I've known Matt since he was in high school, watching him play at Picayune High School, and I was able to recruit him. I recruited Matt when I coached in junior college. I recruited Matt and brought him over to Pearl River and got to watch Matt play his first collegiate time in junior college at Pearl River, and I got to watch him in his career at Tulane, where he had a great career, went to the World Series and all the good things he did. And then Matt graduated from Tulane with a biomedical engineer degree, and from Tulane, going to be a famous doctor like his father. And I remember one day I was sitting here and he called me and says, "Hey coach, I'm passing through Hammond, you mind if I come talk to you?" I said, "Not at all." So we went and had lunch at Brady's, and I remember this like it was yesterday. We sat there and says, "Coach," he said, "I decided I'm not going to med school. I want to be a coach." And I said, "Well," I said, "that's great, but," I said, "Well, why don't you call your dad and tell him I had zero to do with that decision. That was all you." But obviously this worked out very well for Matt. He made a tremendous decision, and then we hired Matt. When he told me that, as soon as he said he wanted to go into coaching, I immediately jumped on and hired him as an assistant coach. He's been with me for about 6 years or so. It feels like about 10 years, he says, but it's been about 6 years, So seeing Matt take it off like he has, and I've known Matt for a long time. He's like part of the family. He's seen my kids grow up, and they insisted on being here today. I don't know if it's because they like Matt or they wanted to skip school today. But they didn't skip. They were at a doctor's appointment. But they're here today. They wanted to come see Matt. And this means a lot to me. Obviously, I've been as head coach here for 8 years, and I remember taking over. I used to have a full head of hair. It was dark. Now it's gray and it's falling out, so you're okay in that situation. But I tell you what, 8 years ago, I remember taking over this program, and I told Matt this when we talked about this job. It was like a race, and I remember we were at the very bottom of this race, the Southern Conference race, and I remember looking up at everybody and seeing how far behind we were in this program and how far it's come in 8 years. I'm really proud of the job we've done, and seeing former players here, like Andrew Hickman and Cole Catalano and Alan Waddell, and seeing some of the current players here, that means a lot. And that's something that we talked a lot about. Matt was my recruiter and worked with me several years. And when we recruit kids, we talk about being a Lion for life and what that truly, truly means. Seeing you guys here today, seeing the Gary Sandifers here today and other people that are here today, that's what it's all about, and building this community. I'm really proud of the job we did in the classroom and the community, and obviously on the field. I feel like we took that baton 8 years ago and really did a great job of getting from where it was, about to break through that tape. When we hired this next coach, to me it was very important to hire somebody that could not just keep where we are, but take it to the next level. Because there's some things that I want to see done here in this baseball program, take it to the next level, and this next coach is the person to do that. Now in my new role as athletic director, whenever you hire a new coach, to me, the first thing you look at is that person a good role model. With Matt Riser, the question's without question, yes. Is that someone I'd love for my kids to play for one day? With Matt, no doubt about it, the answer is yes to that question. Matt's the guy that I feel could take that baton and take this program even to another level. And without further ado, I'm more than proud to say our next head coach, Matt Riser.
Thanks, Coach. I appreciate that. I'd like to start out by thanking Dr. Crane and the vice presidents in Southeastern, obviously, for this opportunity. Without them, obviously, being on board as well, I know if Coach was going to be on board. Without them being on board as well, I wouldn't have this opportunity. I appreciate them. I also appreciate having our friends and our family here as well, of Lion Nation, obviously my personal family here as well. Without the the Sandifers and the Poteets and the Hendersons and the Lathams and that kind of people that are in our program that allow us to do the things we do to build this community and family type atmosphere. We're so very grateful to them as well. When we started out 6 years ago, Coach, when we started out 6 years ago. I did have a head full of hair, and I figured if I go ahead and lose all my hair before it gets gray, then I wouldn't have a gray hair in my life, so I was able to lose my hair before then, pull it all out. When we get into this and we talk about our program and where it's going to the next level and where it's been, Coach hit a lot of points that we were going to bring up, and that is obviously where we've been. When you look at it and you look at the opportunity to have, our team, when we go out in the community, what we're recruiting. We talk about the 3 C's like Coach talked about, being the competitor, being in the classroom, being in the community. There's plenty of student athletes out there that we can go out and get that are first, second rounders, maybe talent-wise, but maybe don't fit our mold of what we want. as far as person-wise, community-wise. We make sure, and our guys and our staff, I'm so appreciative of them as well, and our players, that we demand a lot on them to do that for us. And they go out every day and give us their best, and our staff goes out and identifies that. For them to do that, that helps us obviously build this program to the next level that we talk about. Very grateful, and obviously, we talk about Coach, very special to me and my family as well. From giving me my first job to giving me my first opportunity to play college baseball, and obviously going from there to my first head coaching job and my first appearance as well as a head coaching job here in Hammond. When we go into it, we talk about, my wife. I got to be very thankful to her as well, because also without her being next to me and being my support, when she got into this and she married me, she realized she wasn't marrying me, she was marrying the game of baseball as well. Because every time she sat down at the dinner table with our family, my dad and my brothers and my mom and everybody else, it was either baseball, 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 or maybe a little deer hunt here or there. But for the most part, it was baseball. So she realized real fast that she better be a baseball fan, or else she wasn't going to be on board, and she has. Just as like anything else, in this game, it's something I love to do. I have a very big passion for the game of baseball, big heart for the game of baseball, and that's what we try to go out and identify when we do recruit. But just like any other job that you guys, obviously in the real world in life, you have stress and you have things that you have to go through and persevere through. And if I didn't have her by my side, there's no way in the world I'd be able to do what I do. Also thankful for my family, my dad, who's here today, Jimmy Roger as well. Sacrificing his time, his money, his job at times for me to make sure that I had every opportunity growing up to play the game of baseball, to be able to continue to go into my coaching career. When I sat down with Dad and had to tell him, Dad, I'm not going to med school, I want to go and be a baseball coach. Instead of making $80,000 a year, I'm going to make $18,000 a year. And it was a little bit of a shock to him, but he did a good job of sitting me down and, hey, look, you're going to be just fine. As long as you're doing what you love, you're going to be very successful very soon. And obviously being named the head coach after 7 years and going into my 7th year at Southeastern is just an honor to us as well. To have, we talk about the future, where we're going to go with our program. Coach hit on it. We're very, very excited about where this program's come in the last 8 years, and obviously my last 6 years. Having the 11 straight semesters, a team GPA 3.0. But where do we take it from here? Anything less now than a championship is not good enough. That's where Coach Ortiz has done a fantastic job of obviously identifying and help getting this program to where it is, to being at the top of the level, being at the top of the hill. And the only thing for us to do anything further than that is to win a championship. And that's our ultimate goal. When we started back day one in the fall, ultimate goal was, hey, this has got to be the hungriest group we've ever had. I hope you guys understand this. We've had 2 back-to-back years being a runner-up, which is fantastic. We made that championship game appearance twice and been there twice and runner-up twice. The drive that goes into this next crew, this 2014 team, we're extremely excited about, because they're going to be hungrier than any other group we've ever had in our entire program history, I believe, being back-to-back. So hopefully this year, getting this process done, we'll be able to concentrate on that and move forward from there. When we look at it, and like I said, we want to move forward. The reason I got into this, why would I get into this, why would I get into this business, having a degree in biomedical engineering, I started out coaching a high school summer league team. 5th year, finishing up school. I already finished up baseball. Trying to go to med school, taking my MCAT test and that kind of stuff. Trying to follow my dad's footsteps. Obviously his passion was medicine, and he did such a fantastic job in medicine that I wanted to follow in his footsteps and do that part as well. When I got to looking at it, and I got a chance to actually coach kids that were 15, 16, 17 years old, and obviously being around the game of baseball helped. That's just something that I love to do. But seeing those kids interact and seeing how many guys that came before me and gave me the same opportunity, the Charlie Hickmans that coached me, the Kent Kirklands, the John Dobsons, that weren't there just only for me as a baseball coach, but for a life coach as well. And obviously so grateful for Coach Ortiz to come into our lives as well, from recruiting me to going, hey, look, you don't need to go to that SEC quite yet. You need to come here to junior college 2 years and then go be a starter there. So I promise you'll be a guy. You come here, you work hard like you're supposed to coming through that promise, to having a chance to play 2 years at Tulane and go to the College World Series, to coming to the coaching side of it. Hey, if you come here, you got a chance to do something great, be in a community close to home, very similar to back at home. You're close to your family, you're close to your wife's family. You know, I think it'd be a great opportunity for you to obviously what we've built now as well. So to have those guys and have people like that touch me in my life, and to be able to do that now as an adult and be able to go and do that for our guys and our kids, it speaks the world to me. Yes, the baseball part of it is enjoyable, but being able to touch those guys and help those guys through life and with their life lessons is more important than anything else, and the reason I got into this. Hopefully now from here, with the process being done, we can move on and move forward. And like I said, I think the 2014 season has a chance to be a great year, and I think we're excited and ready for it and ready to line up. So thank you.